In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to record sound in PowerPoint. And actually, what we're really going to do is we're going to learn more about how to simply record sound in general. Now, in order to know that things are working, I strongly suggest that you test out the speakers. Now, the easiest way of doing that, go to YouTube, listen to a video, and see if it's working. Now, obviously right now, you listen to this tutorial, so your speakers are working, your headset's working, whatever, all right? But when you're just starting off and you're not sure if you're sitting at the computer, the speakers are working, go to YouTube, go to some place where they have sound, and record sound. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to test the microphone. All right, and the easiest way of doing that is you go to Start, All Programs, Accessories, Entertainment, Sound Recorder. All right, and that brings this guy up. Now, I'm going to suggest Sound Recorder is really, really good if you're doing, say, a language class where you have to record dialogue or something like that. But do not use Sound Recorder in PowerPoint. If you try to embed something from Sound Recorder, if you record it and then put it into PowerPoint afterwards, it will not travel with the PowerPoint presentation, so you don't ever want to do that. All right, so this is very, very simple. You just click on the little record button, and you go testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. And you click on this, and then we play it back to see if it plays back. And you go testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Now, in this case, I was able to hear that. It is possible because of just a little quirk of the way Sound Recorder, quirk of the way that Snagit, which is the software I'm using to record this, works, that you may not be able to hear that in the actual YouTube video. All right, but that doesn't really matter. One beautiful way you can tell if the thing is working is you just click on, when you click record, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3, you usually see the little line jumping up and down, and that means that it's working. All right, now, the other thing you can do, if you don't see the little line jumping up and down, you need to go to Edit, Audio Properties. Now, this is the tricky part, and this is where it requires that you use your imagination a little bit, because every computer here at Coil Cassidy is different. All right, they're all different. They all have different functions. We typically, what we do is we buy 20-something computers every year. So even though we have some very old computers in here, we also, every year, we have brand new computers. All right, so unfortunately, because of that, they're all a little different. They're all like special children that I have to know they're all little quirks. So the first thing you want to do is, if you don't hear the sound, see where it says sound playback here? Go to volume. Make sure nothing that you want is muted. Now, what this has done, I've muted the front mic and the mic volume. Okay, that's so that when I'm speaking, I can't hear them over the microphone. All right, if you click on this, make sure none of these things are muted. Okay, so the master volume is fine. I'm just going to close that guy. And sound recording, Realtek audio input, I'm going to check the volume. I'm going to drag it down, and I'm going to say, okay, are all of these pulled up as far as they'll go? Great. Now, sometimes you find these things grayed out. That's a problem. But you notice that the front mic, which this computer I have the microphone plugged in the front, that guy's on, and then the regular mic, the one in the back, is also on. So that's good. Check to make sure that these guys are not grayed out or muted. If they are, you have to play with them to get them working. The other thing you may find is, this has a Realtek HD audio input. When you go to the other computers, many of the other computers have a separate input for the front mic. So if you're using the front mic, if your microphone is plugged in front, check to see if the front mic is turned on. All right, that's something else you may want to check to see how that works. Okay, so give it a shot, see what happens. All right, if it doesn't work, this is what you do if you can't find a teacher to help you out. What you should never do is start messing around with the equipment. Okay, that makes life difficult for everybody. Okay, all right, that's it for now. And next tutorial, we're going to talk about how to actually use the sound recorder in PowerPoint.